Huh, His Excellency is absent. I wonder what that means. Where could Richard be right now? So, planning session number 2. Firstly, sewer infiltration team. Ah, right, that room the intelligence division had on lockdown earlier. Opening the gate from the inside is certainly going to work better than trying to batter it down from the outside. So yeah, Team Grand Cell Bracer is on distraction duty again. And as you can see by the fact that she's back in her school uniform, Chloe, or Claudia, is now back in our party. She's going to be dealing with this personally. You know, there comes a time when everyone leaves the nest. When they grow up so fast and are leading operations to assault castles and rescue their grandmother. Well, we'll be circumventing most of the castle that way. But we still have the main keep to break through. And we might be able to get a little bit of revenge on those special ops soldiers who hit on us as maids. Julie is definitely showing her Royal Guard Commander acumen there. So, Joshua and Estelle are about to be separated for quite a bit. This is why I switched the accessories over. You don't actually need to do that just yet, because while you're in control of Joshua and his team, any items that you take from them will magically be in the girl's inventory later, so yeah, you can swap around things a bit later on. And there she confesses her awkward feelings to you. I mean, let's not worry about that just yet. Oh, there he is. We've already fought them several times. So yeah, you could kind of tell there was an extra area of the sewers, because remember there was one chest all the way back there in the, I believe when we were exploring the western part of the sewers, that we couldn't access from any of the areas we had access to at that point. You'll find out eventually. Like I said, that's for later. And ADS be with you too. In store for them, they're already on some kind of huge world-saving adventure. They've been on one this whole time without even realizing it. And now, here we are back in Grand Cell, and as you can see, there are already special ops soldiers in the streets. No, I'm sure your high charisma stat is probably not going to be needed right now. Yeah, we all know why the Erebonian embassy is dangerous for you. So, our objective at this present moment is to head through the sewers, and if you look closely at this map, and yes, thankfully I have access to the mouse, so I believe this is the entrance of the western part of the sewers. This here is the entrance to the eastern part of the sewers. So I think both of them are relatively far away from our destination, but I do have that bridge between the two open up. So what we're looking for is right here. There's a gateway into an area of the sewers here that we did not get access to before. So we're looking for an area that's a straight way with 3 branches that seemingly lead into a solid wall. You may have seen an area fitting that description when we were last in the sewers, but yeah, I'll make it obvious when we're through here. Now, one thing that might not be so obvious though is that while you're in control of Joshua here, you can actually go to the guild and report to get some payment and BP for the Herb Royal Villa assault. You'll get this stuff later on, regardless if you report it now or not, but it can be useful to get a little bit of extra money here. So that's kind of a bit of a nice detail that not everyone will know about playing this game for the first time. Oh, really? That's what they all want you to think. Well, don't mind us, we're definitely not the people who attacked the villa. What do you have to say, Mr. I'm the only one here who has a mind and is suspicious of those special ops soldiers earlier? Yeah, he realizes something's up. Again, I forget which sewer entrance is the fastest way to our destination, but it might be this one. Doesn't really matter, they're both relatively equidistant in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so if you want to buy anything in the city, do it now. I think I'm fine on all that. Let's head into the sewers. So we've already seen most of this block, and hey, you can get a cutscene here. Yeah, I kind of already did that earlier, but this is in case you didn't check the map before. Yeah, it's not exactly an equals mark, it's actually a Roman numeral 2. It's kind of confusing the way they label this map, especially since they don't highlight the map, so basically I can't get my mouse on the screen, but yeah, I already showed you where the entrances are. I can go ahead and do that now, just in case. So yes, we're here right now, we need to get here. Okay, so through that shortcut we opened up earlier, and this should actually take us pretty close to where we need to go. In fact, I believe we're in the right room. Yes, we are. This room right here, Heimoth. Okay, actually, here is the right room. So notice how there are 3 little prongs of this path that leads to nothing except the one that leads to a chest. We want to examine the second one. And so, multiple investigation checks later. Yep, it's a secret passageway. Yeah, just one of the many things that Joshua has a knack for. Like, you know, knowing what sleeping drugs are. Or knowing when there might be explosives set in a room. Or how to stay hidden. Or various details about espionage. So yeah, Phantom Thief actually might not be that far off the mark. I could totally see Olivier as a Phantom Thief though, let's be honest. So, let's keep going into actually new territory this time. Here we just have this kinda long path that sort of is just there for tension. But now we're finally in Grand Cell Sewer's North Block, and there are 4 chests for us to find here. There's also a pretty interesting, let's just say, enemy type here. The Black Sheep, and I have information on Estelle, so I can't see your attributes. Dang it, I did not plan that well. Oh well, I actually think these things have a really funny description, so I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't get to show that, but oh well. They reappear in the second game, so you'll probably be able to see their description in that one. I guess I can punch you. They're not really all that strong either, but I do believe they have a pretty funny attack. So yeah, I was actually just wondering, wait a minute, where am I going? Am I going to chess or to progress? And then I realized, oh wait, actually, yeah, I have a map, so I can go ahead and look at said map. Okay, I actually think I know where this leads. Oh, there are these things here, they're new. Whale Frog, male. They've got a lot of HP, and I believe they can call allies. I'm really not used to not seeing the enemy descriptions, wow. But anyway, this shouldn't be too bad. The reason why I went quiet earlier was I think I may have accidentally just said yes to Windows Update. I generally don't like installing those when I'm doing a project because I think that's actually what messed up my capture card last time, at least my Elgato capture card, which I'm not using for this, I'm using OBS for this, but I use that for 3 houses. Fortunately, I've already recorded most of 3 houses that I need right now, so having the capture card go bad right now, or at least having its settings get messed up, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but even so. Chest here, Tier All Bowl. Limit, 1 per hero, dev team. We've seen that before, haven't we? Anyway, this right here, this is the reason why I went this path. And of course it's monsters. But this is that chest that's been taunting us for so long. And yeah, the bonefish is back, so freeze protection might not be a bad thing to have here. Aha, I was hoping for that. And that crit turn's not going to matter because you're all going to spend your turn setting up your AoEs. How do I go about this? Well, I guess I can... I'd rather hit all of them, honestly, because the other thing is confused. Look at all these lines. And there they go. Mass exploding eggs. And let's just put you out of your misery. No, even with Joshua's ultimate weapon, that wasn't enough.
99.
I might be able to get a level up on Joshua before we get through here, but anyway, Reflector, that's actually 1 more for our armor count. You guessed it, it's empty. Reflector is, well, obviously a new piece of armor, and it actually provides pretty good protection and decent arts defense as well. However, I will be removing that from this team when we reach the end of the sewers. Hi there, Frog. Oh, wow, they can call fly skippers? I forgot fly skippers were even here. Yeah, these are a new version of the fly skipper, by the way, although they are very weak to a lot of elements. Oh, I forgot you guys were poisoned. You know something that I just realized, I should probably point this out now. This is actually one of your last chances to hear this game's normal battle theme. because the paths coming up are going to be almost entirely special ops fights, which use a different battle theme, and the final dungeon uses a different battle theme as well, so yeah, this is in fact your last chance, so savor it while you can. I actually really like the regular battle theme in this game. It's not particularly intense, but it's nice for what it is. I think I may have missed something earlier. Yep, I missed absolutely nothing. Just wanted to make sure that path was a dead end, though. Ah, here's that attack. Black Fist of the Monkey Sheep. There's actually an even better sheep attack later in this place, though. That's a weird sentence, but it makes sense in context, trust me. You know what, it actually doesn't really matter much if I use Joshua's S-Craft here. I'll explain why once we get to the end of this place.
That's that thing. Let's move out.
Yeah, probably best to stick around and get a level up on both Olivier and Joshua at this point. Another chest here. Tear all balm again. So you've returned. That one did not have a copy-pasted description. Boiled eggers are another type of enemy that it's just kind of hard to know where their back is to get preemptive strikes on them.
We're good to go.
Okay, we're moving further down this place.
We're good to go.
Oh, actually, we learned a new craft on Olivier, so I'm actually really glad that I did that. We'll be showing that in the next fight, don't worry. Okay, a few different paths to take here. I believe this does not lead to further progress. Instead, it leads to a very long bridge with a sheep on it. Well, I suppose I can take this opportunity to show what Happy Trigger is, and actually we're in a decent position for it. This heals 800 HP for all allies in range. It has to target somebody, but it's alright for a healing craft.
My love, I get to...
Also, Olivier's dialogue for it's amazing. I believe this, along with Tita's healing craft, are the only healing crafts in this game, so they're one of your few sources of healing outside of arts, which makes them pretty useful.
Savor the victory. We own.
Getting really, really close to leveling up Joshua, but not quite there yet.
They messed with the wrong guy.
There we go. Nothing new out of that, but every little bit helps. And I'm pretty sure that's a monster chest. Like, its location just screams monster chest. Yep, here we go again. Exactly the same as one before, too.
Enjoy the show.
Well, that one went pretty smoothly. We're also actually very close to getting that first Seepeth achievement. We just need, like, around 400 more time and around 100 more wind. With that, we get Cloak. That's another quartz off of our list, and Cloak is very interesting, but first, the chest mocks you with its emptiness. But Cloak does not mock you at all. Cloak is very interesting. So, look at this. No encounters. I'm just going to put this on just to show how this one works. So as you can see, there were no enemies on that bridge coming the way back. There's also absolutely nothing in this corridor. This area here, like, see, there's a black sheep there. So there are actually some enemies, but yeah, we can just walk right near them and we won't get into a battle with them at all. Like, yeah, they're just random objects that are walking around and have no, like, actual interactivity to them. So this is what the Cloak Quartz does. It makes it so that you can never get into encounters. And what it mostly exists for is for the purpose of New Game Plus, because yes, this game does actually have a New Game Plus. If you miss some side quests on your first playthrough and just want to rush through a New Game Plus and see all the dialogue and quests that you missed, you can just put on the Cloak Quartz and never have to worry about getting into random encounters again. It's kind of nice. Also, at this point in the game, yeah, this comes right before the final dungeon too, so if you feel like you are decently leveled enough, you only need to be around level 35 to 40 for the final boss. Like, even 36 is fine. So, after you level up a little bit in the final dungeon, you can just put on Cloak to make exploring it so much easier. It's pretty convenient. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about Cloak. Now, if we go through here, this is the entrance to the castle. The secret entrance to the castle. If you say wait on standby, you will switch over to Estelle's party. You do not want to do that until you are absolutely prepared. Because this part of the game is kind of sexist, but not in the way that you would expect. So, coming up is a gauntlet of fights. The boys get 1 fight. The girls get 5 fights. 3 of them are bosses, and 1 of them is the hardest boss in the game. So, you want to make sure that everything good in terms of accessories and equipment is put in your inventory, because it's an antimatter interchangeable inventory. The girls can still access it even though they're very far away from you. You want to especially make sure that the Gladiator belt and the Grail Locket, if you have them, are not with the boys. Because trust me, the girls are going to need them. Also, Lily necklaces. The girls want at least 2 of those. And also, 2 feather brooches is decent as well. Oh yeah, I already gave the Grail Locket to Estelle, so I've already got that part covered. Also, any valuable quartz, take them off the boys right now. The girls need these way more than they do. Especially Action 3. And Cast 2. The girls want as many Action and Cast quartz as possible. As well as good water or earth quartz. So yeah, I kind of just have a bunch of weak junk quartz on the boys right now, just because I want to make sure the girls have as many good quartz as possible, because again, they need them. Okay, so with all that done, I'm going to go ahead and save now. Okay, so time to wait on standby.